my life is not the same without you. If he is not bringing anything special to the table, then there is no reason for you to settle down for him. So disclaimer, I am not a dating coach or a therapist. These are just my opinions. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Samira Ali. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you enjoy it, do not forget to leave a comment down below. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the real reasons why men come back months later after the relationship has been over, or situationship, or you might even be in talking stage and you just find out that they ghosted you. So in this video, we are going to be getting down into the details. So you were dating a guy and suddenly he disappeared, or maybe you guys broke up for one reason or the other, and now months later he's texting you. Wait, why do you think he's coming back? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below before I say mine. Why do you really think he came back? Did he suddenly realize that you were the love of his life? Is that why you're here? Is that what you're hoping I would say? Well, if you're still in love with him and you're happy that he is giving you attention, that could be a good thing. But let me warn you also, it could be a disaster or a train wreck. So let's dig in a little and find out what we are working with. What are his reasons for coming back? His explanations would actually reveal a lot about his true intentions. First, let's go ahead and list some of the good reasons to come back. One of the reasons could be, I made a mistake and I am truly sorry. This is a step in the right direction and it shows maturity. It simply shows that he is willing to take the blame and also start something new and probably real. Another good reason to come back is, I was not ready for something serious before, but right now I am ready. This is another great explanation because it shows that you weren't the problem before. It was just that he wasn't ready to settle down or to get into a serious relationship or be committed. Now that he has had time to think about it, he is ready for a real commitment. Another good reason to come back is if he says, I want what you want. If you guys broke up because of differences, like he didn't want kids or he didn't want to get married, and now he comes back saying, okay, I'm ready for that. I'm ready to be in a serious committed relationship, or I am ready to have kids. It's a good reason to get back together. Just make sure that is what he really wants and he's doing it for himself and not for you. And be sure that this person is not being deceitful and he is not faking it. So I have gone ahead to list good reasons to come back. Now we are going to get into the bad stuff and also the bad reasons for you to get back together with somebody. Number one bad reason to get back together with somebody is if he says, I miss you. Except if that I miss you is actually attached to some of the reasons I already mentioned earlier. It is definitely not a reason to be getting back with somebody. This just goes to show that he is trying to fill a vacuum in his heart. He is desperate, lonely, and maybe even hurting himself. That is a fact. If he says he misses you, push harder. Find out the real reason why he is back. Ask questions like, why do you miss me? What is going to be different this time? If he follows up with a good reason from what I have mentioned earlier, then that is a much better sign. Another bad reason to come back with someone is if he says, my life is not the same without you. Again, this does not show any maturity or personal growth. It could simply mean that he liked it better when he had a woman in his life. Someone to do his laundry, somebody to pamper him, somebody to make him dinner. You get the gist. So that is not a good reason to get back with somebody. Another bad reason to get back with a man is if he says, I promise I won't do it again. This one is not necessarily bad, but it is very risky. And honestly, it depends on what he has actually done in the first place. If he has an abusive behavior, if he is apologizing for any sort of abusive behavior, do not take him back. I repeat, do not take him back. Abusive behavior includes but are not limited to emotional abuse, and this includes insults, name calling, gaslighting, personal attack, violent arguments that involves punching of things and also throwing of items. Also physical abuse like pushing and hitting, and also shaking your body. And lastly, sexual abuse like not listening to your needs, forcing you to do things you don't want to do and things you're not comfortable with, and not stopping if you tell him to stop. So these type of people, delete them from your life. Don't even pay attention to them if they come back saying, I promise I will never do it again. It is a lie. They are going to do it again. That That is the truth. So just avoid those people, delete them from your life. If they come back, just go ahead and move on with your life. So another reason I'm going to list is cheating. If he comes back apologizing for cheating on you, you really need to make sure that you're emotionally healed and recovered before you're ready to take him back. You need to have had time for yourself and possibly be sure that you can trust this person again. If you feel you can trust him again, you can consider taking him back. But if you're not ready, you should be okay with giving you your space and possibly more time, if at all you're going to take the person back. Another reason not to take someone back is addiction. If he says he has overcome his addiction, do not take him back. Really, do not take him back. I know this could be controversial, but addiction, whether drugs, alcohol, or otherwise, takes years to truly overcome. Like, it takes a lot of years to truly overcome those. If he has only returned after a few months, this is not long enough for him to have proven he has overcome his demons. You can show support to him during this period of time, but let him know that you cannot be in a relationship with him until he has truly recovered. When a man comes back later, he should be willing to listen. If he hurt you or left you and now he's coming back months later, he must understand that he won't be welcomed with open arms. He is asking you for forgiveness, but you're allowed to outline what you need from him in order to take him back. If you need more time, you should wait without getting upset or throwing tantrums. In fact, doing this might actually make him miss you more. Men like competition. It is in their DNA. So make yourself seem like the price that he needs to work for. And the best way to do that is by ignoring him. So even if you are head over heels in love and you're super happy that he's reaching out to you, ignoring him and making him wait can be a great way to make him prove that he is really interested and also that he's sorry. And if he leaves, it definitely wasn't worth your time, and that is the basic truth. You must be able to verify that things have changed. If he says he's willing to have kids now, ask him, when do you picture yourself having your first child? If he says he's no longer addicted, ask him, how long has he been sober for? Do not be afraid to express your feelings. Also, this is the time to tell him that you were hurt. Tell him that you may forgive once, but not twice. And if anything of sorts repeats itself, there won't be another chance because you're not willing to go through that emotional trauma again. And if he came back to get laid and you're willing to go for it, that is on you, sis. But if you're in any way considering starting a real relationship with this person, consider taking sex off the table. Like, don't even let sex be up for discussion because you have to give yourself brain, sis. Remember, one of the real reasons why men come back after months of ghosting you is because they want to get laid. That is the truth. Like, really, that is the truth. You know it and I know it. Let him prove his intentions. Another thing to consider, think about yourself first. When he comes back months later, you'll be questioning their intentions. But you too, you should also question yours. Why are you considering taking him back? Are you lonely? Do you want to get laid? Look at your emotional state. Can you handle yourself if the situation should go sideways again? Do you miss having someone to cuddle with or someone to pamper you or someone you want to pamper? Do you feel that your clock is ticking and it might be your only shot at having a child? Most of the time, the reasons to take someone back are seated in self-doubt and also insecurities. Those are not healthy emotional states to base a good relationship. Healthy relationship needs a foundation of confidence and maturity. Unless you have those feelings helping you make good decisions, you could as well be making a big mistake. Instead of wondering why men come back months later, it is better to look inwards and find out why you want him back in the first place. What makes him very special? Are you just missing the feeling of having a boyfriend? Trust me, that is not a good reason to take someone back. If he's not bringing anything special to the table, sis, then there is no reason for you to settle for him. Remember that you're a high-quality woman who deserves a high-quality man. A man who is serious and committed and treats you well. So that brings me to the end of today's video. I hope you have learned a lot about why men come back months later after ghosting you and what you can do if you find yourself in this situation. Is there any reason I didn't mention why men come back months later after ghosting you? Kindly let me know in the comments below. So see you guys in my next video.